Good morning. I want to make this video just primarily for my kids, but everybody, because I started researching religions 20 some years ago. It's what this video is about. All my videos is that religion is the story of people up in the sky, and I find that most humans don't see or entertain the idea that there's not only evidence that people are in the third stage of civilization. From you got the first one's primitive, and then you got modern, us, and then people don't know what to look for evidence that there are people already living in space could have made us. And I say that it's real simple why that is, and that is because they just are stuck in everyday life of making money and surviving. But the reality is, if you start searching for evidence of people that may exist out there in the universe, we have a very clear universal story of people living up in the sky that only started about 6,000 years ago, 7,000 years ago, in writings with the Sumerians under a cuneiform tablet. They used to make these cones, and they would imprint in the clay tablets, and that's how they first started writings. So what I discovered is that today I have an infinite astronaut theory, and I say that we should expect in an infinite universe for people to be throughout space everywhere. And we also should entertain the reality of them possibly creating something that they shouldn't have, and us, an uncontrollable biological reproductive species, and they have to literally monitor us like a farm, because they're farming out intelligence and help. Well, they made us to work for them. They needed gold, silver, rubies, diamonds for spacecraft where they live. And what I discovered is that religion is pure and simple a story about these people who made us to help them, like we're making robots today, and we disobeyed. We're a living thing, and we don't believe that their reality even exists now, because they, in ancient times, left us. This happens everywhere on every earth in this thing we call time, which is just simply something we're measuring, but we don't entertain the idea that there are people out there that are everywhere, and what we call a future, in a state of civilization where they understand the universe, know everything about it, and just monitor us, quarantine us, but yet they need us to mine gold, precious metals, do all the labor-intensive work that they don't like doing, like we don't like doing. So the reality is that I say that religion's a simple story, people up in the sky. You have to entertain future advances where we're going. Our next stage is the final frontier. Space, where they are, up in the sky. It's the reason religion's structure of the universe is up, heaven, so I'm placing space. The only way you can achieve immortality in space, you can stay away from meteors. On Earth, you can't. You're a sitting duck. So that would be hell, where death is. And their stories are that they conquer death, and they catalog our memories, like in the Book of Life. Okay, and they're harvesting intelligence, people who are seeking these realities that are possible, but it takes hard work and time, and then you progress through your knowledge. Now, I want to make it very clear that when I studied all these religious stories, they say death is an illusion, they've conquered it. We're supposed to seek the answers to how you conquer death. And the most important thing I discovered was all life is sacred to them, and literally the most important thing to them is saving these earths from being destroyed by us, because we advance from a primitive state when they made us, were here with us, the golden age, having sex with us because they thought we were pretty, and then we became extremely intelligent over time, and obviously in all the stories, wickedness spread all over the earth. There's indication that nuclear war has ravaged this planet before. They always stop it there, leave. And then what they have to do is they strip us of our knowledge, and we start this ball rolling again, progressing intelligently toward achieving nuclear weapons, the ability to destroy the very thing that is temporary and fragile. It's just like a spacecraft, people, the Earth. All religions say that They are coming back to save the Earth from us. And if we viewed this Earth like a spacecraft, we would take a lot better care of it. We would actually see that our life depends on it. But because most of my family and friends say these Earths will always exist, and they look up at the universe and see a sky full of balls just like the Earth, and they say, yeah, you can't destroy this Earth. Well, listen, that mentality, that uneducated, selfish mentality of not considering this Earth to be our mother and that it is capable of getting sick and not sustaining life on it is an attitude I would like to see everybody take. If a meteor was to come, we were going to spacecraft and escape in a spacecraft and realize that that spacecraft is the only reason we're alive, so we better take care of it too. So there's a parallel there, I say, everywhere in these stories, that it's all about getting intelligent about artificial immortality is achievable, but only if you're responsible, self-responsible, ecologically responsible, life responsible, that all life's just as equally valuable as yours. So, bottom line is, this is the video I want to make, that all religions are about a second coming to save the Earth from us. Now, what I see is 90% of the Earth isn't seeing that we're polluting this Earth, we're throwing stuff out the windows like we don't care, we don't even, we know it's going to end up in the oceans, we know it's going to kill things as a result of our laziness, and yet we do it anyway. And I see that that's a rampant problem. So I build billboards saying, please recycle, save our kids. We have to save the Earth first in order to save our kids. So, got a terrible cold. Please, everybody, start educating people around you that the Earth is fundamentally the most important thing to save. Secondly, it's the most fundamentally important thing to get off of. If we can escape this Earth and live up in space in artificial Earths, we would know that we have to take care of them. We wouldn't take it for granted because we made it. Just because we think Mother Nature made this Earth, and when it did, in fact, we take it for granted. Like it's invincible. So, thank you, peace, love, and harmony. Check out all my books, and look for evidence of people living in the sky. You first would have universal stories of people living in the sky, and then educate yourself about meteors, asteroids. The universe is a chaotic, infinite expanse of matter flying around, smacking into each other, creating life equally. So the only way we can achieve immortality is get off of bodies, planetary bodies, get off of matter, conquer space, outrun it. So check out all my stuff. I say that if my scenario is true, we would have this mystery. If my scenario isn't true, we would have a short recorded history of a mystery. If my scenario isn't true, we wouldn't even have these stories of people up in the sky. But we have stories of people up in the sky, and all this evidence indicates that we've done this very thing before, and people aren't seeing the evidence because they don't think about where we're going in the future, that we can achieve artificial immortality. Peace, love, and harmony. Check out all my books. Hope. Please hope. Hope is all we have. Look for evidence, and then we have more to give to our children, to give them hope. Good, solid evidence. Stories of people up in the sky conquered death.